Israel's reported strikes on Iran's South Pass gas field have opened a dangerous new front in the Middle East conflict, an energy war. The field is not just another oil and gas site. It is the heart of Iran's domestic energy system and sits at the center of a global gas network. As flames and shutdowns hit parts of the complex, the question is no longer only about missiles and drones, but about how long Iran's economy and global energy markets can withstand such blows. South Pass lies under the Gulf off Iran's Bushehr coast and forms one half of the world's largest known natural gas field, shared with Qatar, where it is called the North Field. Together, this South Pass North Field system holds a huge share of global gas reserves and has become a backbone of energy supply in the region. For Iran, South Pass is mainly a domestic lifeline, not an export machine. Because of heavy sanctions, most of the gas produced there stays inside the country, keeping power plants running, homes heated, and factories and petrochemical units supplied with fuel and feedstock. Estimates from various reports suggest the field supplies roughly 2/3 to about 70% of Iran's natural gas, meaning a hit here affects almost every sector of its economy. The field's importance goes beyond Iran's borders. On the Qatari side, the shared reservoir underpins one of the world's biggest liquefied natural gas operations, which ships fuel to Europe and Asia and anchors global LNG trade. Any prolonged disruption or escalation around this shared field raises the risk that Qatar's infrastructure or export flows could be dragged into the conflict, sending gas and oil prices sharply higher. Iranian state media and regional reports say the latest strikes hit facilities in the South Pass Special Economic Energy Zone near Asaluya, damaging gas tanks and parts of a refinery and triggering fires and evacuations. Even if only some phases are knocked offline, Iran can lose millions of cubic meters of gas output per day, on top of an already severe energy crunch and rolling blackouts. Less gas means less electricity, forcing wider power cuts for homes, businesses, and industry. Key petrochemical and industrial plants, which depend on South Pass gas as both fuel and raw material, would have to slow or stop, cutting export earnings and deepening pressure on Iran's currency and inflation. In winter, reduced gas supplies could quickly turn into a social crisis as heating shortages hit major cities. Strategically, the attack signals that Israel and its allies are ready to move from military and nuclear targets to Iran's economic core. Tehran has already threatened to respond by targeting energy facilities in Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, and by using its leverage over the Strait of Hormuz, a key route for global oil flows. That kind of tit-for-tat would not only weaken Iran further, it could destabilize Gulf producers, push prices higher worldwide, and turn South Pass from a national lifeline into the trigger point of a global energy shock.